take it slow.
What's up, guys?
No.
Baby.
What's up, guys? So today, we have the squad again. Guys, say hi.
We have an illegal gang with us.
Yeah.
Everyone say hi.
What you gonna do? Another clubs for you.
Yeah, guys, so today we're gonna be reacting to some videos. Yeah, we just finished. Yeah, that's the thing we use for the business, Ilya. Came across so guys, now we're gonna be reacting to these videos.
Bedroom exorcism. If you think you can brave these 15 videos, then you're braver than most. Our first entry has been getting big attention in the Spanish-speaking YouTube community. It's a video of two people performing an exorcism on a girl who clearly looks unwell. There's 2 eggs on this plate. The priestess cracks one egg, and it appears perfectly normal. But after rubbing the other egg on the possessed girl's skin, it cracks open to a pure black sludge, which is an extremely creepy sign. But things get even more bizarre as the girl sits up with very dilated eyes and drinks the sludge, which causes her to shake and twitch. And the full video cannot be found on YouTube because it gets even more disturbing. I think only seeing this part of the ordeal is enough to terrify anyone who isn't brave. Hand on shoulder. You never know when you'll face passing on. So what happens when it's not yet time for you to go?
I seen this. He reminds himself back in time and he reminds him that something's coming.
Escaped after a man passing by touched his shoulder and warned him to look behind him, alerting the oblivious man to the fact that the cover of a passing truck's back end was open. The metal piece flung toward him, but he managed to move out of the way to avoid getting hurt, or much worse. It's unclear from the footage how the passing man even knows to warn him. He hadn't even turned around to look at the approaching truck before reaching out to the shopkeeper.
Yeah, I've seen this
Guardian
shit.
Angel, your guess is as good as mine.
It was an accident after it slapped girls in the ass.
Poltergeist. We've all been there. It's a stormy night.
I think what just happened
Every chair in place. He enters his laundry room, then casts the camera down the stairs. It appears that something must have happened to cause him to search his house. He says hello down the stairs. Is someone or something there? He decides to go into his basement to investigate. The wooden steps are incredibly rickety. As he's nearing the bottom, a terrifying racket is heard upstairs. He runs for his life, only to find his kitchen chairs precariously stacked up, balanced one on top of the other. The dining room light is swinging around. The shot is still as the man crosses the room and stands frozen in fear at this ominous sight. The overhead light continues to swing, and nothing is there. There's something especially uneasy about the stacking of this man's furniture. Part of that uneasiness comes from the fact that no human could have done this particular building job in the short period of time that the man was away. Who do you think did it? Or what? Number 12.
To be honest, look.
Guys, what do you think of that
If this actually has happened to me, I swear I'm not gonna be sitting in 1 minute in this house.
Yeah,
I'll come back in the morning.
Who just stands there and records? It's like, oh, nice. I see some freaking chairs.
No, Shem, he was freezing. Like, okay, if he was in this position, you will be freezing.
Okay, what do you guys think? Do you think that's fake or real?
I don't believe in ghosts. I think it's all bull.
What, Ilya?
I think it's all bull. I don't think it's true. Like, come on, like, seriously, it's still fake. This guy must be fake.
Yeah, Mr. Whatever, you do think it's fake or real?
No, it's fake.
Fake? Okay.
It's fake.
Press the video.
Oh, my soon you're sleeping!
The swarm.
Wait, what?
I'm watching, see?
You're falling asleep. You're falling asleep. Okay, press.
Insects aren't your thing, then this entry will highly test your bravery. This footage is of an insect swarm at the Cape of Good Hope in South Africa. The uploader writes, During our family holiday in 1996 or 7, we had parked the car and gone for a short walk up the cliffs. When we came back, we found that our car had become a hotspot for these giant wood lice, sea slaters. The clip shows piles upon piles of wood lice crawling around the car tires, an absolutely terrifying sea of insects, all coalescing beneath the vehicle. As the uploader says, probably attracted to its cozy comfiness. After seeing this, would you be brave enough to climb back in and leave? I thought not. Number 11, dog in crisis.
Yeah, I think that's
Everyone
real. I
who
think
owns
that's
a
real.
dog knows that they can
Pause.
sense things we humans don't.
Okay, that one was real for sure.
Okay, what the fuck?
That
I
one.
think that's real, and what I heard is they are usually attracted by the heat.
Heat.
Yeah, heat of the
So like in tropical places.
yeah, something like that.
Okay, so they're attracted to heat. This must have been true because like the car is pretty hot, right?
Yeah. No, but it was outside of the car though, or maybe the car heated up from the outside.
But they just stop, right?
yeah,
They've been running and they just stop, so the tire, got the heat from the friction on the road.
Yeah.
So I think that makes sense.
Jay, Masood, what about you? Do you think it's real?
Yeah, it's real.
Okay, Jay.
So are you sleeping?
Jay.
What?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. Play the video.
Or you must lose.
Posted by Redditor ChewyBone02, he writes, I think my dog had a crisis, and he isn't wrong. The video shows two dogs standing on a day sofa, looking out the window. The bigger one really starts to panic, its legs pushing the sofa so far from the window that he's stretched pretty impressively until he absolutely can't stretch anymore, and pops down to the floor. Meanwhile, a number of orbs appear throughout the clip, drifting across the room. Is something outside spooking these dogs? Or is it something paranormal inside? After all, those orbs certainly point towards the latter. If only these dogs could talk, and let us know what the answer truly is. Number 10.
Really? Can this fucker just talk normally?
Bro, there was like 100% like a squirrel there, okay? Like, what the hell?
No. You know why? Look, let me tell you what. Look. The dog, he's pushing the thing, like, okay,
Right.
look.
I think my dog had a crisis,
Look, I keep moving and he
and
keeps
he
moving the
isn't
thing.
wrong. The video
Look,
shows two
look,
dogs
move it.
standing on a day sofa, looking out the window.
moving
The
it.
bigger
So-
one
Yo,
really
this-
starts to
obviously the
panic,
dog's moving
its
it by
legs pushing
itself.
the sofa so far from the window
Yeah.
that
Man,
he's
what the
stretched
heck?
pretty impressively
This one
until
is
he
fake,
absolutely
for
can't
sure.
stretch anymore,
No,
and
it's
pops
not
down
fake.
to the floor. Meanwhile, a
Listen.
number of orbs appear throughout the clip,
Orbs, probably
drifting
just
across
fucking
the
dust, you
room.
bitch.
Is something outside spooking these men?
Okay,
Water
10.
warning.
Number 10.
As we've said
Water
many
warning.
times on this channel, nature can be a frightful thing. That statement is confirmed in this video posted by National Geographic in July of 2017.
Drown, bitch.
National Geographic describes what you're about to watch. Massive flooding has produced scenes of destruction and rescue in southern and central China. In one scene, a man is holding on for dear life to the side of a garage door as the waters rage around him. The water is flowing rapidly only about a foot from him as he hides in the somewhat calmer waters out of the path. The water surrounding him is up to his chest. In the clip, you can see a rescue unfold as a man stands atop a ledge with some rope length of fabric tied around his waist, while the man below holds on tight, being taken by the water's heavy flow. Somehow they manage to lift the man out of the waters, pulling him to safety. Truly a
Safety.
heroic save
And
in a
this
seemingly
fucker just talk
horrifying
normal.
situation. Number
Asshole.
9. One of them moves.
Yeah, this one's
A
scary.
doll with a creepy aura is chilling enough. So what happens when the doll actually moves? The G-Team Paranormal Investigators posted this video to YouTube in March of 2019 writing, after my recent video with Omar, I decided to take his haunted dolls home with me that night. I did not bring them inside my home. I left them in a shed out back. After watching back the video I did with Omar a few times, I decided to introduce his dolls to mine and turn the camera on. The video reveals an unsettling movement as Patty, the host, is talking about the dolls. You can see one of the porcelain dolls' heads moves ever so slightly.
Because I don't want to keep her, but I'd like her to go to a good home. I mean, if there's somebody out there that's interested, I don't... Did that thing just move?
As if she's listening. Is she? If she is, does she like what she's hearing?
Bro,
She
does
must
this
not
bitch
have
like
gone
calling
full on
somebody
Chucky when the
behind the
camera
curtain?
stopped
Fucking
rolling.
idiot.
So we can assume so. Number
look at
8, shadow
To be
people.
honest,
Bash your face.
I don't like ever to have this story like this some stories.
Yeah.
That was really creepy.
I bet you there's somebody behind those curtains fucking moving its head. Dickhead.
So you're so lucky that you didn't have a girl, or else you'd have to deal with that stuff. Like,
Oh,
my
yeah,
sister, she has a sister has a bunch of them, and I freaking I can't sleep, bro. Like I have to watch
Just like
those
that,
stories.
like
so
I
can
just
deal.
like left my pants up earlier.
Yeah, we'll get it back.
If you've never come across a sadistic shadow,
Get it back.
then you don't know true fear. Think you're brave enough to face it? Then keep watching. The footage shows an empty stairwell. A young woman appears at the top, descending to the hallway, when she abruptly turns back as a dark shadow enters the stairwell from the doorway below. The vague shadow then disappears into thin air, but then appears again moving up the stairs. Solifidian in the comments has a theory about the shadow ghost's movements.
Movements!
Hypothetically speaking, a ghost may not have any real physical limitations, so maybe movements are not going to align with how physical matter moves, but it appears it is absorbing all visible light frequencies, so it must be comprised of some kind of particles. What do you think? Is
Yeah, do you
this
think this is
particle-like
bullshit?
shadow ghost something worth investigating? I certainly think it is. Number 7.
Okay, pause,
Don't go in the
pause.
closet
That one was
when you...
bullshit. That one was bullshit. That was just a
Can my man like talk normally?
Bro, literally she runs back and then the shadow follows. Whoa, what's that?
Yeah,
What's that?
stupid.
What's that? Come on, guys, come on.
My man doesn't know how to talk normally. And it's very how to move it. Like, man, fucking idiot.
Okay, play it.
You hear some unusual noise in your everyday life.
Like,
You
see,
start to think, what in the world was that? Redditor Shadow Husky 1 did when he heard the strange sound coming from his parents' closet. Husky writes, just moved in, house built in the late 50s. When the boy walks into his parents' bedroom, you can see his reflection in the floor-length mirror. Somebody's here, he says. As some note in the comments, at the 90-second mark, a strange shadow crosses the camera. Actually, it looks more like a blur or a smudge than a shadow. He asks the thing to please make a noise, and unfortunately, it responds.
Please make a noise.
As the boy is backing away from the door, you can hear what sounds like clothes hangers clang together. He then enters an adjacent bathroom connected to the closet. As he tries to flick the light a dozen times, a woman's voice can be heard for a moment. Who is it? What do they want? Is there a spirit haunting
They
this
want to lick
closet?
his shit
If
out of
so,
his
what
asshole.
happened here?
Yeah, white
Shadow
girl.
Husky doesn't stay long enough to find out. Can't blame him.
Can't
Number
blame
6.
him.
Old South
My God.
Pittsburgh
You know what?
Hospital.
Okay.
It seems hospitals
What if
are
it's one of
incredible-
those like scary stories where someone lives in the house, like you know, like a hidden apartment in the house, you know, like hidden, like. Bro, the house was made in the 1950s, right? So technically, there's like the special room, like a bomb department. You know, like houses used to have like special like underground thing, right, so that you can hide from bombs. What if it's that? What if someone's actually like living in the house, like in a bunker? That's what I said, Jeremy. So don't fucking act smart.
You didn't say bunker, you said a fucking underground thing.
Yeah. So what do you think about that? Huh? That could be a theory. Interesting. Yeah.
That's
it.
That was fake. It's like no one was even in that. Like no
To be
one.
honest, I believe it. For no reason.
Why?
There's some ghosts that actually do live in a washroom, and actually I believe in this.
The fuck?
Now,
You don't believe like in fucking dolls and other shit, and but you believe in washroom ghosts? What the flip?
for like other reasons, like you're not gonna believe it, but it's okay.
Incredibly Haunted Places, posted to YouTube in September of 2019, HRJ Paranormal Adventures navigates this hospital, situated at the foothills of the South Pittsburgh Mountain. The 68,000 square foot hospital was founded in 1959, but the haunting may date back to well before it was built. Unlike Penhurst, there are no reports of mistreatment at this hospital during its operation, but there were reports by hospital employees of paranormal activity, such as inanimate objects moving of their own accord, disembodied voices, and dark shadowy figures, including a 7-foot-tall man on the 3rd floor, who is believed to be a former surgeon who practiced at the facility.
What?
Yo, this guy in the middle of the video, legit just trying to do a handstand on it.
Ow! Oh, the tip broke my foot. It was all Justin's fault.
Legit tried to do a handstand on his bed, and he flipped over and landed on his computer.
Wait, again, like a something like as last time?
Yes, but even worse this time. Okay, yeah, play the video, play the video.
I didn't.
He's not the only one haunting the 3rd floor. A toddler spirit and an elderly woman have both been observed there. 2 other spirits, a janitor and a female spirit, known as the Naughty Nurse, haunt the basement. This has drawn many paranormal investigators to the hospital since it closed in 1998. HRJ Paranormal Adventures manages to capture a few paranormal entities in this video. One is a ghostly reflection that appears twice at 3 minutes 53 seconds, and then again at 3 minutes 58 seconds. Follow the crew on their hour-long investigation of this haunted place, and you might just capture a few more spirit sightings and disembodied voices. Number 5. Creepy Girl. Warning, don't enter a dark and disturbing abandoned house at night. Posted by Car Records in 2010. The team is exploring an abandoned house at night, and they zoom in on a corner of the room. In that dark corner, behind various obstructions, appears a creepy girl doll. The disturbing sight causes them to race from the room. Wouldn't you? I don't think they had any other choice. Number 4. Penhurst Asylum. Asylums hold dark energy, and this one is no exception. This footage posted by the Paranormal Files navigates their visit to Penhurst Asylum. Patient number 1 entered the asylum on November 23, 1908. It took only 4 years for the hospital to be overrun by residents, with pressure to include others. The patients weren't only there to be treated, they were there to contribute to industry, whether it be farming, making and repairing mattresses or shoes, cooking or sewing. There were a number of industries to which patients were assigned. Accused of ill treatment of patients, 9 employees of the institute were indicted in 1983, known as the Halderman case. This indictment ended in the institution's closure and the discharge or transference of 460 patients to other facilities. With all that in mind, it's crystal clear that evil things happened at this institution. These happenings resulted in a presence that would make your stomach turn. Many claim that the site is haunted. In fact, the institute's administration building was partially renovated as the Penhurst Asylum Haunted House in 2010. Again, using this site as such an attraction has been controversial due to the injustice that occurred there, but opening the place to the public has allowed paranormal investigators to explore the hallowed grounds. If you're one who likes to fast forward to the scary parts, Jesse P in the comments has you covered. listing all the sightings or disembodied voices she caught in her viewing of the footage. Some of the catches are confirmed by others in the thread, particularly the hotspot at minute 46. Around 46 minutes 35 seconds, Jesse notes a male whisper saying, "Go back."
Then I'm not
At 46 minutes 50 seconds, the same male voice states, "I'm a male."
Yeah, do we want cookie, bitch?
At 46 minutes 56 seconds, a female says, "He is attacking you." Lots of other disembodied voices are caught by viewers watching the tour of the Institute. And at 1 hour, 5 minutes, 50 seconds, there appears a strange light anomaly as a light or figure seems to shift in the darkness of the hallway. If you're brave enough to watch the entirety of this video, let us know in the comments if you've spotted other anomalies or heard any additional disembodied voices. Number 3. Unknown forces are all around us. Will you be brave enough to fight when you encounter them? In this video, a man is standing in a dark alleyway when another man to his right appears. Figures also seem to be standing around him in the darkness, out of sight of the camera, as you can see vague flickers of movement. Suddenly, he's at the mercy of these figures. But the movement is not human, but like a hurricane force. He's thrown to the ground and the force disperses. Then the other full-figured man in the video grabs him, before heading back into the adjacent building. It's almost as if there's water on the ground. As the man tries to move, there's a ripple effect. Then he is dragged by his feet by the unknown force off camera. The rippling continues for a moment before going still, but the stillness is brief. When the other dude returns to the alleyway, looking upon the scene, he suddenly rushes back into the building as something huge is thrown in after him. It's not clear if it's a person, place, or a thing. A moment later, a figure wearing a long black cape and a hat leaves the building. A window shatters beside it as the figure departs.
Look at this guy!
Happening
He's
here?
freaking throwing
Any
that. Look, that guy
theories?
comes through
I
and then
feel
just
at
like,
a loss in
yeet!
coming up with a rational explanation for these happenings. Number 2, Haunted Graveyard. YouTuber Moxley's Crazy Adventures posted this haunted graveyard video in November of 2019 writing, "Welcome back to my first haunted graveyard. I went here to see what I could capture, if anything at all. What I did capture was insane. Alright, you reeled us in. Let's just hope you deliver." And Moxley does deliver. He captures a dark shadow-like figure gliding across the backdrop of a lit brick wall. He shouts out to it, but it doesn't respond.
Who the hell's doing this video? Like, freaking pisses me off.
He later hears heavy footsteps nearby. They're clearly heard in the leaves around him. In the comments, YouTuber Spooky Spectre notes that this thing wasn't moving like a human being, nor did the brush move as it passed by. It also didn't respond when being called out to, or make noise or footsteps. Do you agree with Spooky Spectre? Did this freak you out? If not, then you're one